Elsagate. Elsagate, derived from Elsa from the Frozen franchise, and the scandal suffix, is a controversy surrounding videos on YouTube and YouTube Kids that were labeled as child-friendly, but contained themes that were considered inappropriate for children and younger audiences. These videos often featured fictional characters from family-oriented media, sometimes via crossovers, used without legal permission. This controversy also included channels that focused on real-life children, such as Toy Freaks, that raised concerns about possible child abuse. Most videos in this category were produced either with live action or flash animation, but some used claymation or computer-generated imagery. The videos were sometimes tagged in such a way as to circumvent YouTube's child safety algorithms. Some appeared on YouTube Kids. These videos were difficult to moderate due to the large scale of YouTube. In order to capture search results and attract attention from users, their buzzword titles and descriptions featured the names of the fictional characters as well as keywords such as education, learn colors, and nursery rhymes. They also included automatically placed commercials, making them lucrative to their owners and YouTube. Public awareness of the phenomena grew in late 2017 that year after reports on child safety on YouTube by several media outlets. YouTube adopted stricter guidelines regarding children's content. In late November, the platform deleted channels and videos falling into the Elsagate category, as well as large amounts of other inappropriate videos or user comments relating to children. While these efforts intended to wipe the platform of Elsagate-related media, curbed much of the older content. As of the 2020s, similar videos and channels, this time using video games popular with children, have found them remain pervasively accessible to children on YouTube. Side note: have you seen those weird ass fucking AI ads that like? It's not just YouTube, but that I use YouTube more than most other things. Have you seen that shit? Have you? I hate that shit. Moving on. History. Early history. 2014-2017. Elsagate channels are known to have existed ever since 2014. In June 2016, The Guardian published an article about the channel Webs and Tiaras, which had been created in March of the same year. The channel showed people dressed as characters like Spider-Man, Elsa, and the Joker engaging in bizarre or nonsensical actions. The videos themselves had background music, but no dialogue. The lack of dialogue meant that there was no language barrier on the videos, which would normally hinder worldwide distribution. The article also reported several nearly identical channels named Toy Monster, The Superhero's Life, The Kids Club had also appeared on YouTube. In January 2017, one channel under the control of a YouTube partner in Vietnam, Spider-Man Frozen Marvel Superhero Real Life, blocked their Vietnamese subscribers after complaints from parents regarding the content of their videos. The channel's owner was later fined by Vietnamese authorities. Only marginally related, but shoutouts to Vietnam. Not for that. Not for that too. I'm not saying that's bad. That's good, but for a completely different reason. And you might, if you're listening from Vietnam, you know why. And if you don't know why, don't worry about it. The increase in the number of views had led to some to voice concerns that such channels are gaming the system by using bots or click farms to inflate viewing figures to higher proportions. However, there is no evidence for this. In early February 2017, TubeFilter interviewed one of Webs and Tiara's creators, Eric. I don't know why that made me laugh. Who insisted that the team has never used any bots or any other method to increase our views. Given the channel's substantial numbers, he said, if we were not respecting the rules, clearly YouTube would certainly have taken notice. He also said that his team is based in Canada, fucking god, and there's no larger company behind his channels, and that it represents a grassroots project among friends. That's the way to put it. In February 2017, The Verge commented that adults dressing up in costume and acting out weird soulless skits has become a booming industry on the world's biggest video platform, and that while many videos were puerile but benign, others featured more questionable content, such as scatological humor in violent or sexual situations. The article noted that... I'm not hovering over that. Fuck you. I'm not hovering over it. The article noted that most videos were made with a very limited budget and a few Halloween costumes, which made them easy to produce and contributed to their multiplication. It also attributed their success to the frequent use of Freudian concerns, which young children may find fascinating, amusing, or frightening, such as peeing, pooping, kissing, pregnancy, and the terrifying notion of going to the doctor and getting a shot. I already knew what I was gonna see, but I don't know why, but this guy just makes me laugh every time I see him. Also in February, The Owl published an article on Webs and TR, similar channels, describing their content as nonsensically nightmarish and pretty twisted for children's content. Some videos include Elsa giving birth, and in others, Spider-Man injects Elsa with a brightly colored liquid. You half expect the scenarios to be porn setups. Pornography is sexually suggestive. In most of the videos, the like and dislike options were disabled, which makes it difficult to understand how many users were actually engaging with them. Many videos feature hundreds of positive comments written by similar channels in an apparent attempt to attract more clicks. In March, the BBC ran a piece titled "The Disturbing YouTube Videos That Are Tricking Children." The article focuses on a Peppa Pig imitation where the titular character's teeth are painfully pulled out by a dentist, and a video featuring said character burning down an occupied house. The video article also mentioned the existence of hundreds of similar videos, ranging from unauthorized but otherwise harmless copies of authentic animations to frightening and gory content. CTV News also reported in March about YouTube's fake tunes problem. Who came up with that name? It's not wrong, but that's what an 80-year-old would call it, with adult-themed imitations of popular children's shows frequently appearing on YouTube Kids. In some cases, the video will feature a kid-friendly thumbnail, while the video itself might be entirely different and be very unsuitable for small children. The network commented that such videos were often nightmares to behold, with lots of frightening scenes involving monsters and blood. Many of these videos venture into dark territory, with the characters often being chased, attacked, or injured in a bodily manner. Side tangent. When I was a kid, I liked Cartoon Network a lot, right? So I would watch it a lot, right? But you know what happens after a certain time? Cartoon Network goes away, and Adult Swim comes. Now, it makes me mildly uncomfortable. But when I was a kid, some of the shit they put on there, like, especially like the in-between things, fucking put the fear of God in my soul. I was hiding under the recliner because I was too scared to leave the living room to go to my bedroom to hide. That's probably why I have such a good sleep schedule. Moving on. The term Elsagate was coined on the internet in 2017. During the summer of that year, it became a popular hashtag on Twitter as users called attention to the presence of such material on YouTube and YouTube Kids. On Reddit, an Elsagate subreddit, r/Elsagate, was created on June 23rd to discuss the phenomena, soon attracting tens of thousands of users. In July 2017, Yahoo Lifestyle reported that disturbing videos masked as Peppa Pig and My Little Pony cartoons, in particular the infamous Pony.mov web series, were being shown to children on YouTube. Okay. Just real quick, I want to see what the top post on this place is. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Discovery of Elsagate videos, 2017. In November 2017, several newspapers published articles about the YouTube channel Toy Freaks, which had been created 5 years earlier by a single father named Greg Chisholm. Chisholm? Toy Freaks had a total of 8.54 million subscribers and were among the top 100 most viewed channels before it shut down that month. That channel often featured Chisholm's daughters, and in most cases showed them scared of crying. Oh, Lord. Several individuals, including the rapper Bob, B.O.B., Bobby Ray Simmons Jr. and commentary channel H3H3 Productions discussed Elsagate on social media during this time. On November 4th, the New York Times published an article about startling videos slipping past YouTube's filters and disturbing children, either by mistake or because bad actors have found ways to fool the YouTube kids' algorithms. On November 6th, author James Bridle wrote on Medium about his worry about videos aimed at scaring, hurting, and exploiting children. He said these videos were common on YouTube and noticed that many of these videos were confusing as obvious parodies and imitations interacted with algorithm-driven content creators, which led to content that mixed up popular tropes, characters, and keywords. He said this made videos with real people resemble automated content. On November 17th, internet commentator Philip DeFranco posted a video addressing the issue. He looks familiar. That's really close to Sex Pill. That's really funny. The New York Times found that one of the channels featuring counterfeit cartoons, Super Zeus TV, was linked to a website called superkidshop.com, registered in Ho Chi Minh City. Again, shout out to Ho Chi Minh City. Not different reason. A man working for superkidshop.com confirmed that his partners were responsible for the videos on which a team of about 100 people were producing. Subsequent requests for an interview went unanswered. Cannot imagine why. On November 9th, members of the satirical sound collage group Negativeland presented an episode of their weekly radio show Over the Edge dedicated to Elsagate, modern animal kids. Threads Elsagate through a remix of 3 90s episodes of Over the Edge, which focused on media for children, all broadcast in the final years before Teletubbies pioneered marketing to the 6 to 18-month-old demographic. Okay, give me a second to reread this so I know what the hell I just read. Okay. Modern Animal Kids. That's the name of the episode, I'm guessing. Threads Elsagate through a remix of 3 90s episodes of Over the Edge, which focus on media for children. Okay. On November 22nd, BuzzFeed News published an article about unsettling videos that depict children in disturbing and abusive situations. The information on the article came with the assistance of journalist and human rights activist Matan Uziel, whose investigation and report to the FBI on that matter were sent on September 22nd, informing its leadership about tens of thousands of videos available on YouTube that we know are crafted to serve as eye candy for perverted, creepy adults and online predators to indulge in their child fantasies. On November 23rd, French-Canadian outlet Tabloid. Is it called Tabloid? Or I really hope it's just called Tabloid. That's really funny. Released a video investigation about Toy Monster, a channel linked to webs and tiaras. They confronted the video's creators based out of the South Shore of Quebec City who refused to be interviewed. One of the actors featured in the videos anonymously stated he was contractually obligated to refrain from commenting. If I ever had anything if I ever even knew anyone who had anything to do with any of this shit, Batman could not get me to admit to that. Not because of fear of consequences, but because Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, blah, blah, blah. The investigation revealed that nearly identical content was being posted on numerous channels apparently operated by the same people. According to a report by China News Service, many Elsagate clips have been re-uploaded onto Chinese video platforms from YouTube, but others were created domestically, involving youngsters being beaten with rulers and children giving each other injections. The authorities eventually announced in January 2018 to launch a nationwide campaign against these videos. A creator told the Beijing News that his daughters appeared in a video he made in which they were lined up and spanked with a ruler. Why did you tell... 1, why'd you do that? 2, why'd you tell someone you did that? 3, why'd you tell the Beijing News that you did that? Recent history and Elsagate videos related to popular video games, 2020s. Although YouTube initiated a crackdown on Elsagate content in 2017, videos hosting similar content have continued to be found on the website in the following years. I remember this. The stuff, vaguely, I remember it. Much of the content is based on video game IPs popular with children, such as Minecraft, Among Us, or Poppy Playtime, and is both marketed towards and freely accessible to children. And while YouTube Kids disallows inappropriate content and is intended to steer children away from the main app, the efficacy of that method has been called into question. An investigation published by Wired on 30th of March 2021 found dozens of disturbing or grotesque animated videos targeting Minecraft and Among Us fans that were featured under YouTube's topics or hashtag pages for the games. The magazine argued that these newer discoverability features lacked moderation and allowed opportunistic channels to display questionable or inappropriate content. One live stream showcased an animated video of a bare-chested female Minecraft avatar opening a present containing a poop emoji, as well as a thumbnail featuring two inflated breasts holding up a poop Minecraft brick, with other inappropriate or disturbing Minecraft or Among Us style thumbnails easily seen via the topics or hashtags section. Still, the magazine acknowledged the 2017 purge and stated that their findings didn't represent a direct Elsagate repeat, noting that these videos were not on YouTube Kids and that much of their shocking content was limited to the thumbnails only, and that many of the more obvious ways of targeting children had been challenged by the purge. I blame Dubai. In 2022, Newsweek had also reported on the channels containing similarly inappropriate content or thumbnails featuring characters from horror games such as Five Nights at Freddy's and Poppy Playtime that were popular with children. The magazine described suggestive thumbnails as well as content that featured drugs, including date rape drugs, and violence such as murder, school shootings, or physical abuse towards children and female characters. YouTube responded, saying that the content shared has not been found on the YouTube Kids app, which is our recommended experience for children under 13. However, Sonia Livingstone, professor at the London School of Economics and expert on children's digital safety, argued that this was insufficient, given that the main app still had content and questionable access to children with poor moderation, labeling, and age gating. Given that the main app, I'm not an expert on children's digital safety, but in my personal opinion, the best way to ensure a child's digital safety is to ensure that there is no digital. Yeah, kids shouldn't be on the internet. At least not without someone looking over their shoulder. Effect on children. Case in point. The New York Times quoted pediatrics officer Michael Rich, who considered it upsetting that characters children thought they knew and trusted were shown behaving in an improper or violent manner. Research suggests that exposure to inappropriate and disturbing content can have detrimental effects on their emotional well-being, cognitive development, and behavior. Children may become desensitized to violence, display aggressive tendencies, or suffer from anxiety and nightmares. Furthermore, this content can confuse and distort their understanding of appropriate behavior, relationships, and societal norms. I can attest to this to a degree, because I when I was in school, starting over. Very shortly after I left middle school, shit started getting fucking violent down there. I know a girl who got her fucking hand scarred up because she wouldn't give candy to another kid, and the kid used hot glue on her hand. And this isn't like, oh, I saw it on the internet. No, I know this girl. I know her now. The scar ain't still there, thank God. At least, okay. Well, I can't say that for sure because I haven't checked. But it definitely isn't nearly as bad as it was before if it is still there. Actually, I don't know if what I just told you about has anything to do with this. So I cannot attest, but enjoy the story. Moving on. Response from YouTube. In response to the controversy, on the 1st of June 2017, YouTube changed its guidelines specifically to ban children's characters in inappropriate situations. However, that ban had little effect, and in the months after, the subreddit Elsagate became a place for amateur investigators to raise the alarm on videos that slipped through YouTube's moderation system. Do not call anyone on Reddit an amateur investigator. Do you remember the Boston bomber? Don't even. Amateur is too good. In August, YouTube announced its new guidelines on content and monetization. In an ongoing series of efforts to demonetize controversial and offensive videos, it was announced that creators would no longer be able to monetize videos that made inappropriate use of family-friendly characters. In November of the same year, it was announced it would implement a new policy that age restricts this content in the main YouTube app when flagged. The controversy extended to channels that featured not necessarily children's characters, but actual children, who sometimes performed inappropriate or dangerous activities under the guidance of adults. As part of a broader action, YouTube terminated the channel Toy Freaks, which featured a father, Greg Chisholm, and his two daughters in potentially abusive situations. Chisholm was subsequently investigated by child protection officials in Illinois and Missouri for alleged child abuse. In December 2017, authorities announced that Chisholm would not face criminal charges. Before its removal, the channel had over 8.5 million subscribers. It was also revealed that in the media that many videos featuring minors, frequently uploaded by children themselves and showing innocent content, had attracted comments from pedophiles and other groups. Some of these videos were monetized as a result of the controversy. Several major advertisers froze spending on YouTube, forcing YouTube to ban children from their sites, citing legal obligations. Of course, things only happen whenever money is involved. On November 22nd, 2017, YouTube announced that it had deleted over 50 channels and thousands of videos that did not fit the new guidelines. On November 27th, the company said in a statement to BuzzFeed News that it had terminated more than 270 accounts and removed over 15,000 videos. Turned off comments on more than 625,000 videos targeted by child predators, and removed ads from nearly 2 million videos and over 50,000 channels masquerading as family-friendly content. Forbes contributor Danny D. Placido wrote that many problematic videos could still be seen on the platform, and that the sheer volume of videos hastily deleted from the site proves that YouTube's algorithms were utterly ineffective at protecting young children. In December, as advertisers pulled ads, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki announced new moderation guidelines, removing inappropriate children's content and bringing the total number of moderators up to 10,000. Wise? Wise? What do you mean, wise? She's dead? How'd she... Oh. Well, that sucks. I see some great sequels down here. Just out of curiosity, let's go see what we can find under the what was it saying up here? Let's go the Among Us tag. Let's see what we can find there. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Among Us. For better results, we're gonna go with upload days, so that way we can see the real fuck shit. That's kind of sloppy, but it's not like Elsagate. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we're fucking looking for. Hold on. I'm gonna. I don't want to fuck up my fucking recommended. Give me a minute. Video unavailable. Okay. Uh, for some reason, it's. I don't. Okay. Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, this fits the profile. No, no language, all sound. I mean, background music. So far, it isn't as grotesque as some of the Golden Age things. Wow, I did a fucking green. Okay. Ugh. I I was forcing myself to listen to the audio earlier, but it's just gonna be. It's there's not gonna be a single sound effect. I can fucking guarantee it. Jesus fucking Christ. These these little fuckers are probably from something. Area 51. What? 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 Where did? Where did? Where did this come from? What is that? I don't want to watch this anymore, but I'm going to. I I fold. I cannot handle fucking 20 fucking minutes of this. Sweet fucking god. Oh, 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 I regret that immensely. Why is there a specific subtype of Italian brain rot? Whatever. Whatever. Fuck off. Go away. I I need I need a drink.